morning. I am running behind, so we're not cooking just yet. Oops, damn it. Ugh. All right. I'm just getting some dishes done right now. How is everybody? How's it going? How are you? Might be 11 hours. I'll be ready for work, but I'll try and tune in. Oh, okay. I see there's some people in here. Let me get my tunes going. Play my pop culture lo-fi playlist shuffled.
Now shuffling pop culture lo-fi.
Cool. This playlist doesn't get like flagged, so I like to play this one. Ooh, I got back from New York yesterday. Why do I keep dropping everything? Jesus. I got back from New York yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, the day before. And I feel like I got a little bit sick on the plane or something. It's been rough recovering from that trip. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, everybody. What's for breakfast? We're still gonna figure that out. I've got a lot of vegetables from I'm a part of something called the CSA. That stands for Community Supported Agriculture. And basically what that is every week from a bunch of local farms, or at least in this case like 2 local farms that are working together, I just get a box of vegetables. And so since I've been gone for the past 2 rounds, I've got tons of greens and vegetables on me. And I also have a pickup day today. So I'm gonna try to use up these guys real quick in a breakfast format. But also not really eat it right away because I'm gonna go for a run soon. I don't like to run on a full stomach. But first, we're just gonna clean up the kitchen a little bit because I left it messy last night. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you. I am. I miss these. Happy Thursday. Good morning from New Hampshire. Belly rubs for the fur babies. I'll be sure to pass that on to them when I see them, if they decide to come down from bed. Hope you're feeling better. I am. I'm on like that round. So like when I'm not on like some medication, right now I'm just like cycling between Advil and Tylenol. You know that thing where because they're 2 different kinds of medicine, but they kind of do the same thing, you can actually cycle them every 4 hours. Because Tylenol and Advil, you're not supposed to take any more than 8 hours at a time, I think. But if you cycle them every 4 hours, so like take an Advil and then 4 hours later take a Tylenol, you can kind of like maintain a level of no fever and headache. Without like doing too much damage, but you can't do it for too much though. It's not good. What's a good breakfast when you don't feel like having Sapporo from good evening from Japan. Hello. What's a good breakfast for when you don't feel like having breakfast? A smoothie. Smoothies are good because they're fast, they're easy, they get your body everything it needs. Yeah. And then you can like kind of get on with your day. Throw this out. Wait, that's a sponge. I need that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Look who's here. Hi. Hello. What did you think was happening? Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Look at these two piggies. Hello. Hi. Yep. All right. She is posted up. I just got garlic scapes from the farmer's market. What's a recipe that you can use them in? You can pickle garlic scapes. Those are really good. You can also, I like stir frying them like string beans, so long as they're soft. If they're like long and woody already, then they're not good for that way. But yeah, I have also made a very nice aioli with them. But yeah, no, I like to chop them up really into like small bits and stir fry them. They're really good like that. They're so happy for breakfast time. Yeah, they love. They're happy to be around. I was cooking with beets yesterday, so everything's like all red. Oh, man, my voice sounds rough. I don't know how I'm gonna do a voiceover today. I need some tea or something. And I'm hoping by cooking all these vegetables, like in my desperation to get better soon, because I've got some traveling to do beginning of next week again, that all the extra vitamins I'm suddenly eating will help me out. We gotta rinse out these veggies. I know that's probably not how it works. Are you sure you didn't commit murder? No, I'm not. You're never sure. Is anyone ever sure? Hello from India? Hi. Do you know what's bad? Ever since I tried your Chinese takeout pot pie, I'm craving it. Are they still gonna serve it at the Silver Apricot? Oh, you got to try some. Thank you. Are they ever going to serve it or only when you were there? I don't know if they'll ever serve it again because that is straight up just like out of my recipe book and I'm not sure if he's comfortable just like cooking it. But I mean, it's in the book. you could make it. It's not like it's a secret recipe or anything, but unfortunately it is a pretty involved. I would say it's not that involved. All you need is an oven. Which might be a lot to ask for in New York, I understand that, but yeah. Yoo-hoo. Hello, Stan. You need to steep for 24 hours straight or something. Oh, sleep, not steep. I was like, are we talking about cleaning lettuce? Thing about CSAs and getting stuff off the farm, things are dirty. I know they do their best, but you know, at least the soil's pretty good. You guys want some greens? Veggies? Veggies? Anyone who wants veggies? Veggies. Here. Well, don't just tear them and then just like. You have to actually eat them. Stop shredding them and then. There we go. It's a good crunch. It's a good crunch. Yeah. These are really healthy. They're local and organic. I'm like, it's not ham. Oh, oh, mochi, mochi. Don't do that. I did both times during COVID, slept 3 days straight. Oh, that sounds nice. Okay, well, thank you, Mochi, for chewing up leaves and then coughing them all up. Ugh. The book is intimidating, to be honest. I'm not a good cook at all. Yeah, it is. It's not a beginner's book, for sure. Well, I feel like the condiments and stuff are pretty doable. But if you're not used to cooking and you're not used to Chinese cooking, but the thing is here, like, you can use, when it comes to the pot pie, obviously you can use a pre-made pie crust, which makes actually everything so much more easy because you don't have to go through the toil that is baking. But you'll never get good at it if you don't start. Not succeeding the first time you do it is not a really good reason to not try anything, you know? Maybe I'll make a condiment pot pie. Do you watch Jujutsu Kaisen? I'm guessing that's what that means. Yes, I think I watched the first season. I was really good about watching it, and then I caught up fully, and I binged it pretty much the first few episodes, and it was early on, and then I just forgot to keep up with it. But I enjoyed what I did see. There's just like too much to watch right now. There's too much to watch. There's too much to keep up with, and so when it comes to that, anime just tends to like fall on the back burner for me because it's always gonna be there. Is this everything? Did I clean everything? Okay. I think in terms of the best things to make for breakfast, when trying to use up a bunch of stuff, I always go to frittata, but I don't know if I have enough eggs. Okay, well, excuse me. Sorry, thanks. Or any eggs. I don't have any eggs. I can't make a frittata at all. What to do when you got too much vegetables? Well, in that case, I'll probably make a vegetable stew tonight. But I'm gonna wait till I get the rest of my CSA later today. So I will save this for later and I'll make something else for breakfast. Ooh, I got cherries. Okay. Got cherries. I've got raspberries. Got strawberries. All right. It is springtime and I just love like berries and yogurt and stuff. We can do that. What I got? Where's my yogurt? There we go. Yogurt. Should I toast some oats? Yeah, let's do that. That's something like, that's pretty light. Do I have oats? No. No, I don't have any. I don't have any quick oats. Shit. I'm jealous of your speed cart setup. The challenge is to keep it organized. I have a bad habit of just like, it turns into just a giant everything drawer over time. Oh, there we go. We got some quick oats right here. Perfect. It turns into a giant everything drawer, but I try to keep it organized as best I can. Okay. So we are going to do some like yogurt, some toasted oats, some strawberries, raspberries, and Rainer cherries. These are so good, and they're in season. I'm vaguely traumatized at the idea of not having eggs at home all the time. Yes, unfortunately, what happened was my farmer generally delivers eggs every other Saturday. What we do is, like, I have a food composter, this guy right here, where like all my vegetable and food scraps go in and it gets ground into a powder, and then I leave it out for my farmer. She picks it up and leaves eggs in there. Unfortunately, that's one of my jobs in this house. And so Little John, whose duties include like laundry and general cleaning, does not include bringing the eggs in. And I've been gone for a week. So yeah, we came home and I saw like, you know, a couple of cartons of eggs in the cooler that had been in there and outside in 90-degree weather for like a week. And I was like, these are going straight into the food recycler. So they didn't get wasted. They're getting fed back to the chickens, but unfortunately we have no eggs until Saturday. I mean, we could always buy more eggs, but we might as well just wait. Rainer cherries, fun fact, are delicious because birds love them so much. Most of Rainer cherries get eaten like by birds before they get to before they get picked. I had a cherry pitter somewhere. I'm just toasting my oats like this, just in a pan. Not trying to do too much. Are they sweeter than the regular ones? We always get the ones from Turkey here, but hardly ever see Rainer cherries. Rainer cherries usually, like, you know, they are expensive. They're very expensive. Like a bag of these, or like, I mean, this is not a full bag, but like a full bag of these is like $10 here in Michigan, and they're grown here, so. But they're so good. They are sweeter. How do I describe a Rainer cherry to somebody who's never had a Rainer cherry? Compared to a regular cherry, they are tangier, sweeter, brighter. They're fruitier. They're like, They're pretty much like literally, even from a visual and flavor perspective, Rainier cherries tastes like cherries that have had the brightness turned up. That's how I describe it. Since we're gonna do this work anyway, let's prep all of the strawberries. Now you gotta do a cherry festival up in Traverse City. Yeah. I've never been, but I've always wanted to go. You know, you can actually eat the tops of strawberries. Like, these are, the green parts are edible. They're just not good. So I just end up composting these. But you know who loves strawberries? Yeah, you do. Here's my little Sharky girl. Do I like yellow kiwis? I do. Kiwis are alright. They're not my favorite, but they're really good in smoothies. So I like to put a kiwi in, and you can put the whole kiwi in that way. Who's the name? Dogs? What are the dogs' names? This is Mochi, and that is Boba over there. Did you actually eat the strawberries? Okay, good. Chef Jose Andres peels his strawberries. I saw that. He said a peeled strawberry is absolutely delicious. And I would be inclined to agree. I'm just not gonna do it for myself. Maybe I'll do it once just so I can taste it, but he said that it's probably like more a texture thing than a taste thing. Should we try it? Let me finish prepping all of these first. And then we'll give them like a nice little wash. Thank you for the close-up of the oven to confirm that the type is the always on with radiant heat. Is it still cost effective? It is here because in the wintertime, it's the heater for the house. Well, it's like not the heater, but it boosts the house's temperature by like 5 degrees, which is helpful. And because it's electric and a lot of our power is solar here because we have solar panels on the roof, it is efficient, but yeah. Obviously, it's like a little bit of a custom job, but it's what we can do here, and so we do it. I'm gonna try peeling one of these strawberries and trying one. Since you mentioned it, and since you reminded me. Into the mill this goes. Oops. Okay, I didn't mean oops like that. Alright, so Jose Andres says that a peeled strawberry is the most delicious thing. Well, thank you. Thank you, Deadly Little Mellow. Is that a sloth? What is that? How's it going? It's going well. It's going well, thank you. If you dry the leaves, it's great for tea. Oh, well, I wish I knew that before I put them all in the composter. All right. Peeling a straw. Okay, what's the most efficient way you think peeling a strawberry is? Do you think we could spiral this thing? We could spiral peel this? Like this? No, it's got to be like an up and down motion. I'm still going to eat this part, but I like Jose Andres because like he's actually one of those OG chefs with a heart. Wow. That does not taste good. The peel of the strawberry is not great. But I'm trying to get like, oh, this knife could use a sharpening. I'm trying to get as much of the seed while like leaving. You know, now that I'm forced to look at it, it's kind of weird that the seeds are all on the outside, right? Like, have you ever seen those photos of a strawberry that has started to sprout? It's kind of disturbing. Whenever I'm doing delicate peeling, I hold the object in the palm and use the blade with my thumb to control the depth. Understandable. I'm trying to think of how I would do that with this, considering that it is small and slippery. I can only kind of use my fingertips to kind of like grip it. And the more I peel it, the slipperier it, the more well, no, slipperier is a word, but the slipperier it gets. So like this is the only way I can do it. This is actually quite treacherous. This better be really delicious. This is both dangerous, time consuming, and there is very little payoff. And it's a little bit wasteful. And it's kind of like triggering like this gross out thing because it's like, it's squeezing all of the seeds out like they're little, like you ever pop a pimple and like a hard part comes out like the seed of your pimple? It's giving that. This is not attractive. I'm also probably not very good at this. The goal is probably to get, oh God, okay. You know what's probably easier? I bet you. Yeah, that's easier. That is way easier. I wonder if Jose Andres knows of this trick now that I just discovered that he's probably been doing for years. All right, we have a peeled strawberry. It only took for fucking ever. And now I'm gonna eat it. Can I use a peeler? I think it's too soft to use a peeler. So this is a peeled strawberry. I'm gonna try it. Texturally speaking, it's very slippery. It's kind of like making out with a fruit, but it's also sweeter and more floral because I'm guessing like the seeds, the bitterness of the seeds kind of like counteract the strawberry. But yeah, it felt like a tongue. It felt like a tongue, which is both unsettling, but at the same time, I kind of liked it. So that is my review of a peeled strawberry. Let's wash the rest of these guys before putting them in a container. We'll do a proper wash, like just a little bit of salt. Oops. Do the same thing with the raspberries. Raspberries always get moldy so fast if you don't wash them. Because they're so delicate, I don't think they bother doing any like actual cleaning of them. .4:30 in Arizona. Couldn't sleep. Why not? I wonder though if you can make like, well, I saw somebody earlier, by earlier I mean yesterday. I saw somebody yesterday make a kind of like an orange kimchi, and they said it was really good. I wonder if you can make like other fruits in kimchi. Mm. Making stuff that lasts. Trying to like get the most of your out of your fruit and stuff. This takes like a long time. This is a lot of work. Let's air dry these guys just for a little bit. All right. Now, I'm not gonna peel the cherries. We can wash them though. Oop. What are your thoughts on those freeze dryers market at home? Would that help preserve berries? Sure, but like freeze dried fruit is good, but like that's not the only way. I mean, I think that's a lot of money to put into something to enjoy fruit in one very specific way. And I only think it's really good for like berries. Not sure how it would be good for like other fruits. But if you really like freeze-dried fruit, I mean, yeah, because, you know, freeze-dried fruit is pretty expensive. Alright, we're gonna let these guys dry before putting them in a container. But in the meantime, let me get started on my actual breakfast. Oh, you know what we can do? We can grab some stuff from my garden. Why using salt to wash the berries? Because the salt water kills the any like spores from mold that might be on the surface of it, and that's what causes like the mold to grow. And so, in order to like help preserve them just a little bit, some people use baking soda, some people use salt. This is my garden. It's right next to my driveway. Obviously, we both have electric cars, so we're not really worried about car fumes getting onto my plants. But look at these nasturtiums. Let's gonna take some of these. Hello, spicy flowers. We're gonna add you to my yogurt today. And we're gonna take some lemon verbena, maybe some lavender. Yeah, a couple things of lavender. Pretty little flowers from, these are borage flowers. They're edible. And if you've ever eaten at a fancy Michelin starred restaurant, or a restaurant that wants to be all Michelin starred, they put these all up in your food, usually on a ceviche or something like that. But yeah, they're actually very easy to grow, and they are pretty much, the only use that they have as plants is like they're good decoy plants, in the sense that the leaves are big and tasty for bugs to eat, so that they don't eat the leaves from the rest of my other plants. But yeah, there are the flowers on them taste like cucumbers. Okay. We went outside. We did. We went outside. We literally touched grass, and now we're gonna eat it. We're going to eventually get a couple more beds. Maybe next year we'll buy a few more beds, grow more stuff. Maybe have a bed just dedicated to scallions and cilantro, since I go through both of those so much. I mean, yogurt is just a vehicle for fruit. So this is lemon verbena. If you can't, I can smell this from like here. And it smells like lemon lime sherbet. It is actually oftentimes made into a sherbet. But yeah, it's incredible. I just like to like chop it up or smash it, or even just like scrunch, because it is kind of like a hairy leaf. And like this, and it's like this, and you just like rub it on, or like tear it up and add it in, and it immediately makes everything that around it smell like lemon lime. This is a little bit of French lavender. More French lavender. This yogurt would cost $20 at Soho House. $30 now that I've added the Rainer cherries. I might have made this too big. There. Good morning. Good to see. Oh, good to see you too. Yeah. So we have Greek yogurt, Rainer cherries, strawberries, raspberries, and then on the yogurt itself is French lavender, lemon verbena. You can smell the herbs through everything, and just some edible flowers and toasted oats. They're the same. These are the tiny flowers that I put on the ribs. They're borage flowers. They taste like whatever you put on them. And like, you notice I didn't add any sugar because the berries are sweet enough. And also the herbs kind of do something. Midsummer breakfast. That's funny. Can you toast the oats and then cook them? Will they have a better flavor? I don't know. I've never tried. I've never tried kind of like making oatmeal out of toasted oats. I just like toasting them before like adding them, sprinkling them on top of things because I think they're crunchier. But I think oats are like rolled and baked already. So I think for flavor wise, it doesn't do that much to them. Have an Indian breakfast someday. How do I do this? Wait. There we go. I mean, he could say it once and that's great, but if he says it over and over again, like, find a new shtick. Perhaps a hobby. South Africa. My grandparents used to live in Johannesburg. I should not talk with yogurt in my mouth. What's a German breakfast? Michael, thank you so much. What? Okay. What are those things on the bottom there? Is that a sloth? Anyways, Bill, thank you. Rye bread, butter, and jam. Wait. Someone said muesli. Have you ever tried making a breakfast series like a tomato series? Me, a German. What is a German breakfast? Irish breakfasts are really top tier, but not necessarily good for you. Irish breakfast tea is my favorite kind of breakfast tea. Scottish breakfast is pretty good too. It's like English breakfast tea, but they've got literally got some fight in it. It's more tannic. Meats and sausages as the base, and you add your favorite bread and vegetables for German. It's not the best for your heart, but I bet it's good for cold weather. Weekend brunch in Berlin is fun. Serve yourself, make a waffle. I have always wanted to go to Berlin. Y'all, as a person who lives in Detroit, who loves techno, I feel like Berlin is like a natural sister city. Yeah, I've always wanted to go. But like, I still have to get. I still have to like get into like European techno or European like dance music. Like in the UK, they really love their drum and bass. I think in Germany, they like their harder stuff. Meanwhile, like I really like house music, particularly Chicago style house, where it's like a little disco, a little silly, just a little like vibey. That's the kind of like music I prefer. So like if you're just going like hard, like just over and over, I get tired pretty fast. Where did I get a black Thermomix? I got it because I know people. Hilarious. I used to play this game called Lineage 2 and everyone's PvP vids were European techno. It's the drugs that keep it going. Well, you know, see a lot of that here too. This is a daba. It holds all of my. This is an Indian contraption that is meant to hold your greatest hits spices. So you prepare the spices that you use the most often, like pre-ground them, pre-toast them, or whatever, and then you fill them up. In mine, I have Szechuan peppercorn, star anise, clove, white pepper, cumin, and normally I would also have ground coriander, and another one. Can't remember it right now. But this is, yeah, the Indians had it figured out when it comes to spices. Obviously, birthplace of spices. So I use it for mine. It's such a useful thing to have. Oh, Desi style omelet. I would love that. Am I happy with my kitchen now, or am I planning more renovations? The only thing that's left to do still is that hole over there. Once that is done, the kitchen will finally be done. You always gotta save your Rainier cherries for last because they're the sweetest thing and they will make everything else taste bland in comparison. Indonesian food? Nasi goreng, nasi lemak, rendang. Those are my favorites, but it's blank. I'm blanking on the other ones, but those come to mind right away. Is that the Everything Everywhere All at Once? Yes, it is. But also, I have a recipe for nasi goreng in my book. This is also because there's a fried egg on it. It's something that I like to make for breakfast. What's for breakfast? We finished it. We had fresh fruit and yogurt and toasted oats, along with some herbs from my garden. sure that all of the seeds are out. And you guys want yogurt? Wait. Now I'm nervous about the herbs. Hey, look up to see if dogs can have lemon verbena and lavender. I would do it myself, but my phone is right here. So, yeah. Is lemon verbena and lavender safe for dogs? He added borage. Thank you, Janice. Took a lot of work to make this kitchen, but obviously I love it very much too. Not lavender? Okay. Then, sorry. Not getting any of the leftovers. Dead omelet. There isn't any in here, but I'm not gonna take the risk because there was lavender on the thing. I had a feeling. Toxic, but only in huge amounts for dogs. Yeah, but it's also one of those like, oh, the dashi concentrate is so good. If you put it in your like Alfredo sauce or your tomato sauce or pasta, it makes it taste so good. What's a desi or desi? I always say desi omelet. Now I'm curious. So desi pretty much is and feel free to correct me if I am wrong, but I've always just had the understanding that it stands for like the Indian diaspora. And so desi omelet would mean like, you know, an Indian style omelet, even though it's not made there. Is that correct? We bought these sticky rice things in Asian markets and they had red beans, pork, and duck egg yolk in it. Now what are they called? Sticky rice things in Asian market, they had red beans and pork and duck egg yolk. That sounds like zongzi. Z-H-O-N-G. Z-H-O-N-G. Z-E? I think that's what they're called. But yeah, zongzi is usually eaten this time of year, Dragon Boat Festival. They're hard to make. Oh, yeah, Z-I, not E. They can have strawberries, though. They do like strawberries. It's eggs, onions, chilies, typical spices with paratha. The omelet sounds yummy. Yeah, it does. Maybe we'll make it next time for our next like breakfast. I've gone this whole time without any coffee. Oh, we need to change that. Boba, why do you look so sad? Here. Have a, Can dogs have raspberries? I think dogs can have raspberries. I know they can have strawberries, but I don't think they like them that much. I feel like they eat greens more excitedly than strawberries. At least my dogs do. Dogs can have raspberries. Good fiber. All right. Hey. Hey, Dum Dum, come here. Do you like that? You're so sweet. Oh yeah, blueberries are great, but I only keep frozen blueberries because I like to put them in my smoothies. You just love to lie down. You just love to lie down, huh? Yeah, how sweet she is. She just loves. She just loves everything. Oh yeah, she love attention. She has never eaten once in her life. Look, and then she stops, and then the minute that you stop, they just look at you like, yes, and. Her nose is a heart. That's kind of like why we fell in love with her. She hates it when you blow on her. Ah. Okay, gonna get my coffee now. Where's my cup? There it is. You know, like, I don't really like the sound of like other people chewing, and I don't like. Well, the mukbangs are fine, I guess. I don't find them to be all that entertaining, especially when they put the microphone like on their throat and you can kind of like hear them swallow. But I could listen to a dog eat forever. Like put that stuff in Dolby 5.1 surround sound because that sounds amazing to me. Dogs eating is so much better of like a noise. That should be an ASMR channel. Happy dogs eating, chewing food. I think I'll do drip coffee today. Wife is up. My day has officially begun. Thanks for the hang. Happy Pride for coming up. Happy Pride, April. ASMR dogs. Wouldn't that be such a good channel? Like that would be like just a channel of somebody cooking food for their dogs and then just like putting some microphones on that shit. Wholesome content. Wholesome, wholesome content. $1 million idea. And I will say this though, but like some dogs like just sound better eating. Like they chew better than others. Like pit bulls. Pibbles? I think it's just the mouth shape and the way that sound travels and the way they chew and stuff, but pit bulls are very good. Like they sound great when they're chewing. Frenchies, because they like you can kind of like hear them breathe when they do it and you're just going to wonder if like are you going to be okay? I say this of course, like having a Frenchie as a godson, Kimchi's dog, Butter, is my actual godson. Um, she does not like the fact that Butter gets a little too excited when I come to visit. I love it. Thank you, Patrick. Happy Pride. Yeah, Kimchi's dog, his name is Butter, which is such because he's like a yellow or a golden Frenchie, so he's just like he looks like a stick of butter, which is so cute. Would you ever do a mukbang though with your dogs? Of course, I don't watch enough people mukbangs to understand what to do. Like I also cannot eat that much. That's so much food. What are we chefing today? Sorry, Skip. We're like an hour in. You've already missed everything. Butter makes everything better. That is true. That is true. It does. From Thailand, hello. How do you say hello in Thai? So, does it start with like a salam? I'm not even gonna try from memory. The only mukbang I like makes every single food look good. So I think of them as food salespeople. That's a good way to see. Okay, it does start with an SA. I was gonna say something, but yeah. Sawasdikub. Sawasdikub. Sawadi Sawadikup. Sawadikup. Hello in Thai. Sawadikup. Like that? Sawadikup. Decarb? Sawadikup. I'm going to have to ask. Because I know there's like tonality in there too. Kap, sawati kap. That sounds right to me, but I don't know if it is. Hold on, my coffee's ready. What are my thoughts on culinary school? It is not necessary for everyone. Oops. It's not necessary for everyone, but some people might find it very helpful. It's also a lot of money for a it's also a lot of money for a job that doesn't pay. I didn't go. I taught myself. And then I worked my way up in some restaurants. No. Palawan. I just got off my overnight shift, but I wanted to ask if mayo is better than butter in terms of making grilled cheese. It is not. You know what? Everybody's like, oh, but like it doesn't taste like egg. It doesn't taste like mayo after you grilled cheese. Do you know what tastes like butter after you make it on grilled cheese? Butter. Like, I don't understand. So you might get like that crusty goodness of it, but it still just doesn't taste like anything. I would love to try lang sap in Bangkok. That sounds amazing. I like the taste of butter in my grilled cheese, but that's it. Like, it fries the bread very, very nicely and is a good complement of the cheese. Like, it doesn't, I don't understand why people don't want that. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I don't think mayonnaise is better than butter um, on a grilled cheese sandwich. People want to keep saying like, oh, it's like I. Is it a texture thing? Because I don't think it improves the texture at all. I think Cooks Illustrated once had this great idea to do it. Like, if you don't want your grilled cheese to taste like butter, then okay, but yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, if you don't, yeah, clarify. Use ghee if you don't want to, but no, I just don't. I think it just is. It's an unnecessary step. Because also with butter, you just take a stick of butter and you just like rub it into the pan. You put the bread on there. That's it. It's also fast. Also, Sulang, thank you, and Palawan for inspiring me to cook again after taking a break from cooking in culinary school. Well, thank you for telling me that. That feels really good to hear. I really admire Palau um, for their ecotourism. If you don't know, Palau has this like has amazing conservational tourism efforts that, to be quite honest, like Hawaii could really stand to benefit from. Unfortunately, Hawaii is completely under the control of corporate vacation companies. That's such a redundant phrase. The corporate vacation industry, I should say, like hotel chains, in particular, that pretty much just take from Hawaii and don't give back in any kind of way. They're stopping them from adopting a lot of like Palauan protectionist policies. Anyways, and timeshares. Yeah. Pilaf for a second. No, Palau. I read every one of your recipes in the hospital. I hope you're all better. Airbnbs are now banned in Kauai. Good. Yeah, diving in Palau I hear is beautiful. I've scuba dived before, not in a long time, but I would again. Hello from the United Kingdom. Hi, Sarah. You ever just like have the urge to just pick up your dog and carry her like a baby? Because I do. Hi. 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 Hello. Oh, is this my baby? Is this my baby? Oh, my baby. This is just a baby. Hi. You need to stop growing. I can only work out so much. This is why I work out. It's so I can carry my big dogs like a baby. Hi. Hello. Hi. Okay. Okay. Whew. No, Mochi would never let me pick her up. I do. You know that trend where you like show your dogs places that she's never been, like the inside of the fridge or like the top of the cabinet? I want to do a version of that. Like, I want to do a version of that trend where I show my dogs like showing my dogs like the expenses that she occurs in the household, like the vet bill, the receipt for all the food that she gets. because they wouldn't care. I think you should visit Palau because of the cuisine. There's pretty much fusion in the sense. I bet it is. Do you believe God? Probably not the place to ask that. You might not like my answer. That would be a good TikTok. That's what I thought too. Yeah, and they look at you like, I know, and I'm worth it. What time is it? Oh, did I go to culinary? I'm gonna assume that's culinary school. Happy Pride Month. This to the person who asked about my watch. It's just an Apple Watch with their Pride band. Am I a coffee or a tea drinker in the morning? It switches. I like to switch it up depending on what I'm doing in the morning. But lately I've been drinking a lot of coffee. But I did not go to culinary school. No, I taught myself. If you can get a dog, what breed would you like? Probably another Staffy or another Pit Bull. I just love these dogs so much. They're just so like, they're sturdy. They're sturdy and they're tolerant. So basically they like are super cuddly. They're super confident. They like love you so fully, and they're just such fun and sweet dogs. I don't think we'll ever like not get any other. I don't think we'll get any other breed at this point. We've had a lab, we've had a terrier mix, like a Yorkie poo type thing, but not certain what they were. And now we just had like 2 pit rescues, and we're just like, we're smitten. We're like, I don't think we need any other kind of dog. How are my plants doing? They're good. I cut off a whole bunch of my fiddle leaf ficus, Bob, if you knew him. He was like that giant one that I put the Christmas bulb on, and he's doing great. He's like sprouted branches. He used to be like at least 10 feet tall, and then I just thought he was a little unmanageable, so I just lopped off his head. We had a little pity rescue. She was so. I bet they are. They're all sweet dogs. Are you going to ever going to review the new induction walk burner brand from your video? Yes, I'm still using it. It's right here. It's actually become my default one over the new wave because it's more powerful. But I'll give you the insider scoop on it. I highly recommend it over the new wave now because it fits any pan. You can even put flat pans on it, and it is very, very strong. It's super, super, super powerful. Great color coordination in the room. Thank you. But I see that it is 8:20 and I need to get going. So I've got a lot of work to do today. So thank you for joining me on my breakfast live. We'll probably do another one soon. I've got a lot of work to do though. Have I continued to cook with a titanium always pan? Yes, I make a lot of curry in it. And I sear a lot of meat in it, and I think I use it more than my stainless steels now. So those follow-up reviews will be on their way soon. So promise. I will talk to you guys later. have a wonderful day, or the rest of your day, depending on where you are. I don't know how to turn this off.